Welcome back. Today in our Sunday Spotlight, the new CEO of the Girl Scouts of Connecticut, Elicia Pegues Spearman, takes on the role, committing to, as she says, empower girls and young women, and she joins us this morning. Congratulations on the new job.
Thank you very much.
So tell me a little bit about you before we get to the Girl Scouts and the mission. You had a distinguished career in law and last at Connecticut University, right?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, I'm from Hamden, Connecticut, living in Cheshire right now, and I had a dual role as general counsel and the VP of HR at Connecticut University. So I'm a labor and employment lawyer by trade. So that's my background. I've been doing that for years and years. And
so now you take over this organization that actually just recently gave you an award, right? You were an honoree, and now you're the CEO. So what was it about the Girl Scouts that you said, this could be the next step in my career?
Well, you know, my mom was a Brownie growing up in Charleston, West Virginia. I was a Brownie, and my daughter was a Girl Scout. So the Girl Scout mission's to, you know, encourage and build courage, confidence, and character. Who doesn't like that?
Tell me a little bit about the organization. I think some people might be, maybe if you don't have a young daughter or you haven't been part of it recently, you might think Girl Scouts, that sounds like, you know, other than the cookie sales, which we'll talk about, don't worry. But other than that, it might sound like, well, that's an old-fashioned thing. People back in the day used to be Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. But it's not. It's something, I mean, 50 million women have participated. You have thousands who are doing it 18,000 girls and 9,000 adults involved every year. Tons and tons of people in Connecticut are involved in this.
Yeah, over 27,500 are involved in Connecticut, and it really spans all age groups from like 5 years old up to high school. And we do, the whole mission is to encourage young girls to explore, be creative, try something you haven't tried before, meet new friends. So it's not old-fashioned. We have a Girl Scout Strong program that people in corporate America need to take. It's like a project management handbook. So we have a lot of innovative programs, Girl Scout Leadership Experience, which focuses on life skills, STEAM, entrepreneurship, outdoors. Our programming is better than any other organization. How about that?
Listen, that's a good pitch from the new CEO. Tell me about that STEAM piece of it, because a lot of people think, and again, maybe this is just thinking back to like an old-fashioned view of things, but you know, maybe you know, I know you do have summer camps, and maybe they're picturing girls in a canoe or doing archery. But some of this STEAM, this science, technology, education, this is a big engineering. This is a big deal to try to broaden horizons of possible careers for young women.
It's a big deal. As a matter of fact, one out of six women in Connecticut have all been a Girl Scout. So we have board members, we have former CEOs, we have troop leaders who are engineers, who are lawyers, who are architects. So making sure that our young ladies of today are prepared for tomorrow, that's important. That's why we have the science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics program and focus.
See, you remembered all of STEAM. I couldn't come up with the A, so I'm glad you were here for me. When you do that, is part of that sort of education, and like you said, the leadership courses and the things like that, is the goal to broaden horizons? Is the goal preparation for the future? Is there some other larger goal?
I think, first of all, it's like exposing young women and youth to ideas or careers they may not have considered. You don't know what you don't know. You don't have to grow up in a house of engineers to want to be an engineer. But when you do our robotics camps, you do coding, you may think, wow, this is cool, but I have a career in that. And we partner with corporations. So we love our corporate partners and get girls exposed to corporations where they need people, you know, the workforce. We need to hire people who can do the jobs that we need them to do for the community.
Do you as CEO have a good feel, and I know you're just getting into this job, it's one thing for you to sit here with your impressive resume and your accomplishments and in this big job and to say it's important for these girls to have this message. But it's another thing to get it to those girls, right? Do you have a good feel for how that communication happens?
Yeah, we're everywhere in the state of Connecticut. We have lots of volunteers, so we rely heavily on our volunteers, people who want to give back, retirees, people currently working who want to, we're very positive. Everyone has a good story. All the postings that went up on social media about my new role, all the comments were, I used to be a Girl Scout, I used to be a troop leader. Everyone's singing camp songs, doing the pledge. So I think that, you know, we try to make sure that we're giving the message of what's Girl Scouts look like today. And that will be one of my focuses as CEO, to make sure you understand the vast, the depth, the breadth of our innovative programming that we bring to the Girl Scouts.
Well, that was going to be my next question too. If someone is watching this morning and maybe they have a very young daughter, an 18-month-old, a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, and they're thinking, maybe, you know, my young daughter should be thinking about this. What's your pitch for why they should?
If you want your kid to be a rock star, have them join Girl Scouts. Go to www.gsofct.org and learn about our programming, events, and how to become a member.
And of course, so many people, and I know you talked about all the great stuff, but so many people just think Girl Scouts and think cookies. That's still a part of your mission. You're not giving up on the cookies, are you?
Hey, these are why they're entrepreneurs. They're the ones figuring out where are we going to go to sell our cookies? How many cookies are we going to order? It's budgeting, it's forecasting. How many of us need those skills when you run your own business? So that's a very important part, and that's like a spring type of thing. Then in the fall, we have Treats and Reads, another entrepreneurial program where they sell magazines and products. So it's them working their business. And I think that's why it's so important. People love the cookies because they're good, but what we're building is showing people confidence in how to run businesses. And they start that early on, and then they're in our community and helping their community with projects and running their own businesses.
Only 30 seconds left, but do you think part of the message is here's a local girl, a woman of color with a lot of accomplishments, and I'm in the top job?
I hope I inspire people. I really do. It's important to people to see people who look like them. And I've started as a brownie, and now I'm the CEO of Girl Scouts of Connecticut. You too can be a CEO somewhere, Girl Scouts of Connecticut, or somewhere else. Come join us.
There you go. It's a commercial. We'll just cut that and we'll put it on TV. You just did the commercial. Elicia, Pegues, Spearman, thank you for being with us. Congrats on the new job. When you've been on the job for maybe more than a week, let's talk again about everything Girl Scouts are doing.
That sounds good. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thanks for being with us. That is CT24 for this week. CBS Sunday Mornings next. Have a great rest of your weekend. We will, of course, meet you back here in Studio A next Sunday morning.